Hello, and welcome back to another episode of DMV Download, where we help you guys find some cool events on a budget. I'm Katie Dillon. I am a digital producer here at DC News Now, and I'm joined with my lovely co-host.
Katie, you know it's me, Michaela Jennings, your evening weekend producer. And yeah, the DMV Download is a show where we just kind of like to suggest some fun things to do on a budget, because in 2026 we are meeting our financial goals.
Yes,
I don't know
we
about
are.
you, Katie, but I've already started my 2026 bingo. I've done a couple of things on there. One of my goals I put in, I'm going to visit 5 new cities and 5 new places. I recently was in Chicago, which I know everybody listening is probably like, why are you in Chicago in January? I had the same question. Newsflash, I can't handle the cold. Beautiful city, but I'm like, it doesn't hold a candle to the DMV in terms of weather and a couple of other things. So,
Well, and speaking of weather, we are supposed to get a bunch of snow. So obviously, these events that we're bringing up, weather permitting, and bundle up,
please,
as Michaela said, because it's going to be cold, even if it doesn't snow as much as they are predicting.
It'll be that good dry cold too. Oh. That chill that like seeps into your bones.
Oh gosh,
it's a no for me.
It's a no for me.
But weather permitting, we're not supposed to get that snowstorm Saturday evening, Sunday morning. That's what our DC News Now meteorologists are saying. So there are a couple events that we would like to recommend, before the storm happens. One of that being is Winter Restaurant Week in DC is still going on. So if you want to get your grub on, you have some time. They have awesome deals. You can get, brunch, lunch, dinner, at all these restaurants that you maybe normally wouldn't go to or attend. And now they're going to be on a budget.
And there's new restaurants being added every day.
Yes.
So if you don't see something you like, keep coming back. There may be one restaurant that you've always wanted to check out.
Exactly. And we list more about that on dcnewsnow.com. And then our first event that I would like to bring up that is happening this Saturday, it is America's 250th kickoff at the Postal Museum. So yes, like I said, it's happening this Saturday, January 24th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can kick off celebrating America's 250th birthday by, I think this is so cool. You can write a letter and put it in their mailbox to the future. And basically, it's where you share your wishes for the nation. So anything you're just like, I want America to look like this, or for us to do this, you can share those wishes. Plus, there will have some special story time sessions of future innovators, Tinker Station, and trivia challenges. I feel like, I'm always humbled by trivia because I feel like I know a lot of random knowledge. And then you set me up in like a trivia game where they get uber specific and I'm like, I don't know anything.
There's a place next to DC News Now's station called Bread Soda, and they have trivia on Monday nights.
Yes.
And one time, my friends and I, when we went, we won last place, and they do give you a gift if you get last place.
Because at least you tried.
At least you tried.
You showed up and you tried and you did your best. So, if y'all are interested in these trivia challenges, trying to see if you know more about America than the next person, feel free. I feel like I know a lot, but like I said, I always get humbled. And the best part about this museum event is it is completely free. So, 2026 financial goals, Katie. We're sticking to them.
We are sticking to them. And that's pretty cool how there's kind of like a time capsule almost of sending those letters. And I don't know if they will ever read them later, but it's kind of cool just being a part of that collective,
I hope that in another 250 years
they'll see my decrepit letter.
They'll see my letter in my awful cursive / print handwriting, and they're gonna be like, what
is that?
What is this?
But no, we love free events, and it will be indoors, so a good break from the cold if you decide to check that out.
Good break.
And our next event is also indoors, and one that we have mentioned a couple times.
Yes.
I know, Michaela, you have been there.
I have.
The Folger Shakespeare Library is having their Reading Room Festival. And this event lasts 4 days, so it starts on January 22nd and it goes all the way through the 25th. And it is the 4th annual festival, and it celebrates Shakespeare's works, the way they are adapted and translated and reimagined for the modern stage. And this year's festival focuses on music, with a free kickoff highlighting the Bard's connection to American musicals. So you can engage with Shakespeare in this all-access event. They will have individual tickets available on their website. But as we've talked about before, this library is beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
I think it is just so cool that, you know, people who love literature and Shakespeare, even if you aren't like a huge like book nerd, there's something for everybody to enjoy. And I think just like celebrating that through music, like everybody can
music and
it.
theater. I mean, we've mentioned a bunch of times that we're theater nerds. So and I'm a huge Shakespeare fan, so I'm eager for this one. I actually really want to go to this. If I remember correctly, on the website to go to a session is like $20 for one individual session. I think for all of them it does get slightly pricey. Sorry y'all, that's a little outside of our financial budget. Financial goals, but it's $125, but I still think that's worth it to experience the art, connect with other people who love Shakespeare, who are into the plays and sonnets, and yeah, just to listen to the music too. I think it'll be a great time, and it's super cozy. So you know, it's cold, the winter is here, and as I mentioned, I believe it was on our previous episode or 2 episodes ago, they have an awesome cafe, and it's super cute. It reminds me so much, me being a nerd again, of like Harry Potter. And like, you know how they like kind of they have like that little cozy like what is it? What is it called? Like the little dorm hall? It's not a dorm.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of the name right now, but they all like get together and stuff. Anyway, it reminds me of that. And I just think it's super cozy and super fun and something that y'all should check out, especially if you are trying to entertain yourself but staying away from the snow and cold.
Yes, nothing's better than cozying up with the warm drink, listening to some good music, reading a good book.
Exactly.
You can make a whole day out of it, which just sounds so cool. And I know this next event is something that is for the kiddos.
It's for the children. And, you know, I think this is a good event for them because it lets them get all their energy out.
Yeah.
So if you want to chill out, you know, take your kids to this, or your cousins, nephews, and nieces. If you're like me, you just have a whole bunch of kids in your family, I would take them here. So we're showing you file video right now, but this is an indoor snowball fight under northern lights. So imagine this, but all inside and a bunch of kids running around. And it takes place, it's happening now, January 23rd through this Friday, I believe. Oh, wait, no. Friday is January 23rd. I don't know my dates. It's happening this Friday from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Tickets are $28 per person, but you get to join in on fun snowball fights, enjoy some northern lights, all indoors. This is taking place at Crescent Park Drive in, I want to say it's Gainesville, Virginia.
Gainesville.
Okay, Gainesville, Virginia, at their Martial Arts and Combatives. So parents, you know, you can enjoy an evening out, and they will entertain the kiddos for you. They will let them get all that energy out with winter-themed fun, and they'll also get a pizza party for 30 minutes. A 30-minute pizza party. Ages 4 to 12, they're allowed to go, and it's open to non-members. So, the event is limited to 16 attendees. But, you know, if you beat the rush, you know, your kid can get all their energy out, maybe find something new that they'll enjoy, and they get a pizza party.
And you get 2.5 hours of free time.
Exactly.
But, you know, if it does snow a bunch, then, you know, you could play outside for free.
I was about to say, just send your kids outdoors. That's what, well, honestly, me and my brother, we kind of did that on our own accord, too. We would just stomp around and stuff in our snow boots after we layer on about 15 layers of clothes.
In college, I hadn't been in like an actual like snowball fight like ever. But I went to Virginia Tech, and they have this annual tradition where the cadets versus the civilians, and they have a huge snowball fight on the drill field. And
did you get caught up?
Those cadets don't play.
No, they do not.
They were ready. I'm like, we're against the military at this point.
Yes.
Like, they were throwing those things. So, it's pretty good that it's kids only, because some people are.
You say that, but me and my brother, we got down to it.
Oh, I bet.
We would hide behind my folks' cars. We lived like in the woods. We would hide behind trees, ambush, and a bunch of cousins too. It was a time.
But I don't know. I feel like it's so cool to do that, like, in a contained environment.
Yeah.
And the Northern Lights, you don't always get to see those. So I feel like that'd be a really cool atmosphere. And, I guess people still could get sick, but you're not out in the elements like that.
No,
so,
you're not out in the cold.
Safer.
So you don't have to, pack on 15 layers of clothes like, I had to do back in the day. You can pack on about 3 layers. Stay warm and cozy and still have fun. And parents have some breather free time. But Katie, this next event, I'm so envious of you. I think I will also have to make an appearance. This is perhaps one of the coolest things I've seen the district offer.
Yes, it is really cool. I recommend everybody check it out if they get the chance. Time by Luxmuralis. This is actually their first time that they are bringing this to America. It is a UK-based organization that makes these really cool projections on cathedrals. I went to the National Cathedral for this. And it's really cool. They have 6 different projections, and it's so captivating. The theme of this year's projections are time. Well, projections like this across the cathedral, and it's really immersive. They have these huge columns, obviously, and the whole thing is just lit up, and it looks so real. They turn it into trees and historical figures, animals, insects. It is just so you're walking into a new world. It's very trippy, but it's really fun. It was $25. There we go. Now the video's loading. It was $25 for one ticket, just for regular admission, but they also have a VIP experience where you can stay a little bit later. You can go up to different floors and continue the immersive experience, but that is $50, so it is a little bit pricier, but I really recommend checking this out. It's from 6 to 8:15, and you can buy your tickets online in 15-minute increments is where you can buy the slot, but you don't have to show up directly at that time. You can come anytime that day. And with weather permitting, on the 24th, they have mentioned that if you did buy tickets for that day and it does end up snowing, you can redeem that ticket any day. You can go before the snow comes,
nice.
And you can just enjoy the experience. But I thought it was so cool.
I love the cathedral. I think it is so beautiful. I'm obsessed with the architecture. I don't know much about architecture, in terms of the nitty gritty, but I really admire it and stuff. And I just love the cathedral. I love how it looks. I was there. I gave myself a tour when they had and we'll bring this up in a couple of months, when they had the little garden fest or the flower festival they have, and I thought that was super cool. And I think it's awesome now that they have this winter event for people who are outside, the area, or just have never really gone there to get, just check it out, see how gorgeous this is, and see those beautiful art light. And don't they also have sound, music playing too, installations?
So one thing that it's really good for people who are directionally challenged like myself. Parking is $12. But if you're cheap like me, you can park in the surrounding neighborhoods. And if you're kind of confused on how to get in, the bells are ringing. You will know where the cathedral is.
They'll let you know.
But it's kind of like clock sounds, very doom, doom, immersive, trippy. I don't know. But it really adds to the experience. I didn't add the music in here because I didn't know if, copyright or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. And at the end, there was a part where you could like light a candle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what that represents, but it was cool. This is a fun little
you
thing
still
to
got
do.
to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's like, here I am. I'm part of the artwork. Let me put my candle here.
But yeah, it was a really cool experience, and it runs. And last, you can come in at any time when you buy the ticket, but the last admission for the event is 30 minutes before they close. So when I went, they closed at 8:15, so you had to be in there by 7:45 to really enjoy the experience. And they have people who have like these lit up lanyards who will guide you through if you get lost. I did get lost a couple times, like
now,
going through, directionally challenged again.
It's
but
okay.
They will point you in the right direction, and they will kind of explain more of the thought behind the artistic works. There was like one part with like a bunch of like math equations and like numbers. It did make me a little dizzy. So if you have epilepsy, do not go to this event. I'm just going to say that now. Very bright lights, not very good for that. But yeah, and if you have motion sickness, beware. It is, there are some parts that are a little like, it's like flipping and moving a little too much. But I also just have motion sickness, so I'm a little more sensitive to that. So just something to be aware of. And there are seats where you can sit and actually watch the thing. You don't have to stand up the entire time, which is cool too.
I feel like that helps a lot of people who may get dizzy as well. And just like, oh no, it's like you can sit down and take your time.
There's ramps, not everything. You don't have to take the stairs or anything. It's very accessible. But yeah, they do have parts where you may need to like wait a little bit. They'll explain it for like the room to kind of clear out. So it's not too compact with people, which I really like because I get, kind of nervous when there's too many people.
I gotcha. But no, that sounds like a really, really cool event. I'm definitely going to check it out myself. Now, this next event, we're going to continue this entertainment train going. It is the National Symphony Orchestra for Young Audiences Music Tales at the Kennedy Center. So it's happening this Saturday and Sunday, weather permitting, because we must say that. So the Kennedy Center welcomes the entire family for a wondrous performance that pulls together stories, animals, and music for an enriching musical experience. They'll have a piano quintet masterfully playing the Mother Goose Suite and selections from the Carnival of the Animals, which I gotta admit, Katie, music nerd, band geek, orchestra wannabe. I was obsessed with the Carnival of the Animals. When I remember, so in the 4th grade, they have there's a YouTube video, y'all can find this, where they have these stop motion animals and they're playing with the song. So it's the swan and it's the fox and everything. I don't know, that just immediately sparked up that memory. It was the coolest thing I thought. But I think this is great for, to get young kids interested in the orchestra and the musical scene and, having it, cater to them where it's not some other Beethoven or someone. Now I'm blanking on all of my favorite composers' names. Don't shame me, guys. But yeah, I think this will be a fun time. It'll be great for the family to experience. So why not go there and listen to some great music?
Yeah, and last time I checked, tickets were around $30. You can obviously upgrade if you want a closer view or anything, but a pretty affordable experience. And obviously, you remember, seeing this as a child, so let your children experience this too and reflect on that good memory. But we love warm events, in the winter.
Warm and cozy, y'all.
And
that's what we're trying to do.
A symphony that is just a perfect night, I think.
Yeah, because then you get to dress up. And I love dressing up in the wintertime because you have your fancy coats. You get to do your hair all nice. And then you get to sit down in a nice warm building. Oh, absolutely.
You feel a little famous.
A little bit. You little fake fur.
But yeah, you guys should definitely check this out. Obviously, weather permitting. And it'll be on the 24th and the 25th. So maybe check it in before the snow. But,
Yeah.
we love the National Symphony Orchestra around here.
Yeah, we do.
Well, this last event is something that I've always wanted to check out, is the Arlington Planetarium. So they have 4 different shows offered at the David M. Brown Planetarium in Arlington, and it will be the weekend of the 24th and the 25th. But one thing that I love about the Arlington Planetarium is they have like specific things for like schools. So I think if you're like a regular, person who just wants to check it out, I think after like 2:30 or 3:30 every day is when you can go and check it out. But they have that time like reserved specifically for like students and classrooms to actually come and check it out, which I think is just so cool. I wish,
dope.
in elementary school I could just go to a planetarium and look at the stars. Like, I've just been so jealous.
Look at that. That would be so cool to just look at. Ever since I've watched the movie La La Land, I feel like I have to cross that off my bucket list. So this is like the perfect opportunity to do that.
But yeah, I just think that is so cool, being able to actually look up at the stars in the middle of the day. And obviously it is indoors, so you don't have to worry about the cold. But look at that. It's like a really immersive, like you just look up and it's just the sky.
And it's
like,
just there.
That is so cool to me.
Just the planets and the stars.
Yes.
Nothing else. But like we've been saying this whole show, winter is here. It's not coming anymore. It's here. The snow is coming. Possibly this weekend, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, all day Sunday is what we're kind of getting the gist of. I know in our area, what were we predicting, like around 6 inches of snow?
I don't even know. It's just a lot.
It's a lot. It's more than we've had in a good minute. So, Katie, we talked a little bit about this earlier, but what is your favorite winter snow day suggestion?
So, as someone who loves being indoors and enjoying my rent, how I view it. I love just watching TV and cuddling with my cat, Binks. We are currently watching Drag Race. Binks is getting her fashion advice from the show.
Of course. Her sass as well.
So I will be watching Drag Race and doing a little craft. I like to either play on my iPad while I'm watching TV, or like crochet, or do a little like some type of craft. I got a bunch of little like crochet cat things for Christmas from my cousin. So I was hoping on actually getting those together. I feel like that'd be fun. And Binks obviously is fighting for attention the whole time, trying to sit on my iPad because she has to be the center of attention at all times.
At all times. Every time.
So Michaela knows. Binks is
she's a diva, attitude, but we love her.
What would you say your favorite activity is?
Okay, so I have 2 because I actually do love going outside when it's snowing. I just honestly like taking a nice little winter stroll. Obviously not everybody can do that. I am insane. I will like I said, I'll put on 15 layers and I'll just stomp around making prints. When I was younger, like with my brothers and stuff, and with my dad, we would often, one of my favorite memories in the snow was we went sledding like behind this hill in our apartment. And then my mom was making like hot dogs and like chili beans.
It's nothing better than a winter hot dog.
Yup. We came inside and we ate good after playing in the snow all night. So, if you are able to go outside, maybe go for a stroll, take your kids sledding, make some snow angels. I mean, those are just fond memories that I have and I always look forward to on a snow day. I also, my dog, he's a Labrador, but he thinks he's a husky. So he loves to like prance around in the snow, but obviously I won't be doing that this time. For my indoor activities though, I love cuddling up with a good book. I bury myself under blankets because I have to. I have like a little heater and I will just like hold it near me, creating so many fire hazards. And I will usually make like a good bowl of like chili as well, keep the family tradition going. And then if I'm watching a show, I love watching rom-coms. One of my favorites to watch when it's like snowing is Sleepless in Seattle, because it's like because it's like kind of snowing outside and stuff. So that's a movie that I'll turn on. Lately I've been watching I just finished a show on HBO Max called The Pit.
I've seen that.
Yeah, the ER nurses and doctors and stuff. Maybe not for a snow day because it is a bit intense. It is great to binge watch, actually. So maybe it is perfect for a snow day. But just know, it's a little, there are some scenes that are slightly graphic. It is very much for adults only.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like to cuddle up with a good book, some good food. And if I'm not doing that, then I am outside romping around. So
see, my favorite part is like when it does snow and like you wake up and you see that untouched snow on the ground.
Oh, yes.
I love that view.
So even though I do like to romp around, I don't like to be the first one out.
Yeah.
So when I see other people, I will like walk out, and then I will, if I can, I like step in their footsteps. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I can't mess with the snow. I have to leave it beautiful.
I'm kind of the same way where I feel like, oh my God, I can't ruin it. Like, yeah. I also love like when you can see the big icicles coming from like the bottom of cars or like the sides of buildings and stuff.
Oh yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to just...
We would just like whack them down because, you know, obviously along with like playing in the snow, we had to clean the cars. So we would just like whack them all down, like whack, whack, everything. So, but yeah, for tips on being prepared for the snowstorm, you can find a whole bunch of advice at dcnewsnow.com. That's also where you can keep up with our meteorologists and hear what they're predicting and what they have to say. Mostly prepare yourself. Stay warm, stay indoors, avoid the roads, everybody.
And don't overexert yourself when shoveling snow.
No, please don't.
Because
at all.
Doctors see a huge spike in ER visits with cardiac problems, people younger and younger each year. So if you start feeling like you're doing way too much shoveling snow, it's okay to take a break.
You can take a break. Go sit down and get cozy, get warm. Please don't put yourself in danger. We want y'all to have a good time for this snowstorm weekend. So, well, as good as a time as you can.
Well, thank you so much for sticking around with us. And we hope you guys stay warm and you guys have a great snowy weekend. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.